everyone, Elise McVeigh with Elise McVeigh's Life Camp in Mrs. McVeigh's Manors. I hope you are having a fabulous day. So today is Thursday with our Q&A with Mrs. McVeigh. So of course that's question and answer. Based on when I wrote a column for the Dallas Morning News, people would write in questions and I'd give them an answer on manners or any kind of advice. And we now do that on my blog at mrsmcveigh.com. And we do them on these videos, on these lives. So today's question is actually really good. It's about friendship and just relationships. So let me read it and I'll give you my answer and then we'll have a little discussion period as we always do. Dear Mrs. McVeigh, I have two very close friends and the three of us do everything together. One of them told me something in confidence. When she said it was confidential, I did not think it applied to our other friend. She ended up confronting me after she found out the other friend knew her secret and was really mad at me. I explained my reasoning, but she said that I should know that in confidence applies to everyone. Now she is not speaking to me. What should I do? So that's not good. All right, so dear Anonymous, whenever someone confronts you in anger, let them vent, yell, and rant if that is what she or he needs to do. After she seems to be done speaking, apologize profusely before you explain the reason for your actions. People are much easier to forgive us when they see how sorry we are. You will come off as defensive if you try to justify your actions before the apology is accepted, and it will just add fuel to her fire. So go back and apologize and tell her it will not happen again. She just might need a little time away from you, but if you're truly friends, she will come around. So this is a topic that has come up in my household a lot because when someone says this is in confidence, usually I think, but now I know better, that that does not mean your spouse. Like you're allowed to tell your spouse unless the person says, well, don't tell your spouse. Well, my husband is in a business where confidentiality is everything, so he never tells me anything. And so we sort of have this joke, not a joke, but he's heard this a zillion times, and so I'm not, talking behind his back. But I always say, so-and-so got divorced? You knew, didn't you? Yes, I knew. Well, why didn't you tell me? Well, because he told me not to tell anyone. Well, that doesn't mean me. And it's sort of gotten to the point where we've been in situations where people are like, oh my gosh, what is your wife's problem that she would say this to me? Did you not tell her that, we've broken up or this? And Daniel's like, no, I didn't tell her. And so I am like, okay, I look like an idiot. But on the other hand, I have now, you tell me not to tell anyone, that includes my husband, because first of all, I just sort of like not telling him things because he won't tell me anything. But the other point of it is, I just don't, just in case. So any of my friends out there, if you tell me anything, I'm not going to tell my husband unless you tell me to tell him. Otherwise, I will not. Also, when I was in 4th grade, someone confided in me and I ended up breaking her confidence, and sort of like this question and answer, she confronted me and I was so horrified by it that I've never done it again. I mean, if someone says don't tell anyone, I do not tell anyone. So I understand this person though. She thinks, oh, well, we're all friends. So of course, if she tells me, she's gonna tell the other best friend, but I guess in this case, that did not happen. So just always be extremely careful. And next, if this ever happens to you, you can say, is it okay? Are you going to tell so-and-so? And let them say yes or no. But really, even if they do tell you something in confidence, you probably shouldn't even be discussing it with other people that you know about it, because it's sort of gossipy and rude. So anyway, if you ever do anything to offend anyone, as I said, just apologize. Just say, you know what, I'm so sorry. I just was not thinking. I promise you I'm a better friend than that. Let me prove that to you. Please forgive me. And if you're just very humble about it, usually people are ready to move on with your apology. I mean, that's all you can do is apologize. And if they're cold to you, distant to you, just give them some time. And then hopefully, if they're really a friend, they'll come back around. And on the same note, if anyone ever does something to offend you, if you really are interested in their friendship, you should tell them, look, you offended me, instead of just ignoring them or just, festering something. I mean, just confront people in a nice way. A nice way would be, so-and-so, this happened. I'm sure you didn't mean for it to, but this really hurt my feelings. And then give the person a chance to explain and or apologize. So thank you for tuning in today, and we will see you back here Monday Central Time on Instagram, 12:15 or so, usually around 12:10 to tell you the truth, on Facebook Live. And that is when we will talk about the Mrs. McVeigh's Manners Themes of the Week. But in the meantime, if you have a question for me, please feel free to message me on social media, and I will be glad to answer it and maybe even read it on one of our little sessions. So have a great weekend, and I hope to see you back here on Monday. And if you ever need any kind of manners advice, classes, lessons, we do things for children, adults, in person in Dallas or over Zoom. So we'd love to help you out. Thank you.